Chapter 12. I had no choice. I had to get to Iris, fast. I couldn't talk. I could barely walk. My whole body itched so hard it hurt. I gasped for air. The pain, everywhere, was making it hard to breathe. Even inside of my nose itched. Forget the address, I decided. I'll find the trailer. I have to find it. I stumbled out of the house and grabbed Mom's bike from the garage. Could I ride it? My hands were shaking. My whole body shook. Chill after chill swept down my back. Panting hard, I pulled myself onto the seat and forced my legs to pedal. Leaning forward, I gripped the handlebars as tightly as I could. I wanted to scratch and scratch and scratch. Gripping the handlebars kept me from clawing all my skin off. The morning sun still hadn't risen. Low, heavy clouds darkened the sky. I rode through the thick gray air. Past town, the stores empty and dark. Along the railroad tracks, toward the trailer park. Gray. Everything so foggy and gray, as if I were pedaling through a misty dream. I found the trailer park and slowed my bike, riding along the high metal fence. My back itched. My stomach itched. My arms and legs tingled and throbbed. Wait, don't scratch, I ordered myself. My hands were shaking so hard, I had to lean my shoulder against the gate to push it open. I left my bike beside the gate and began trotting along the rows of trailers. As I ran, I shoved my hands to my jeans pockets to keep from scratching. Where is it? Where's Iris's trailer? Thunder rumbled in the distance. The storm clouds gathered over me. The park was as dark as night. A dog barked somewhere nearby. A light flickered on and a rusted trailer ahead of me. A man peeked out, then quickly pulled the curtain closed. Trailer after trailer, all dark, all gray. The whole world gray and growing darker. I felt a cold splash of rain on my itching forehead. I turned and trotted along another row. Whoa! I stopped. Have I been here already? Why do these trailers look familiar? I spun around. Yes, I'd already searched this row, but which way had I come? I spun around again. Where was the front fence? Where was the gate? I'm lost, I realized. I've lost all sense of direction. I looked down and saw that I was scratching my arms, scratching as hard as I could without even realizing it. I forced my hands back into my jeans pockets. Then I started jogging again, my eyes searching up and down the long rows of trailers and mobile homes. I can't find it, I realized. I'm really lost. My eyeballs were itching now. The itching made them water. Tears ran down my tingling, burning face. I could barely see. I stopped. Breathing hard, I leaned against the wall of a mobile home and heard a caw, caw. Maggie? Yes. Running frantically, I followed the sound of the crow. I let out a happy cry as the purple trailer came into view. No lights were on, but I didn't care. I lurched up to the door and pounded as hard as I could with both fists. The door finally swung open, and I fell inside. Huh? Iris uttered a startled gasp. She stood over me in a baggy purple robe. Her black hair fell in tangles over her shoulders. What are you doing here? She demanded. Ooh, I replied. My tongue, it itched so hard it wouldn't move. The roof of my mouth itched too. Ooh, ooh. Iris gaped at me. She raised her hands to her cheeks. Her black fingernails tapped her face. Ooh, I screeched. I couldn't help myself. I had to scratch. Frantically, I scratched my neck, the back of my arms, scratching like an animal. Oh no, Iris cried. She grabbed my hands and pulled them toward her. You're itching, aren't you? I nodded. My spell, she exclaimed. I did something wrong. She slapped her forehead. I cried, gesturing wildly. I can't, she declared, still gripping my hands. I can't stop it. I only know how to start it. I don't know how to stop it. I sank to my knees. My body itched so horribly I was shaking. My teeth chattered. My whole body vibrated. Across the room, the crow cawed loudly in his cage, gasping, struggling to breathe. I raised my arm and pointed to the cage. Iris squinted at me. Then she turned to the bird. Maybe if I cast another spell, it will stop the first one, she declared. If I cast an opposite spell. More! I screamed frantically. I pushed her with both hands toward the birdcage. Hurry, I thought. Please, try it. Try it. Hurry. I stood trembling, my whole body burning as she reached into the cage. She pulled Maggie out with one hand. She held the crow up to her face and spoke in a whisper. Soft, smooth skin. Give weight, soft, smooth skin. Iris rubbed the crow's back 3 times. Then she shoved the bird toward me. Quick, Wade. Rub Maggie's back. My hand shook so hard I nearly knocked the bird out of Iris's hand. Finally, I managed to raise my hand over the crow's back, and I rubbed it once, twice, 3 times. My body itching, throbbing in pain, I stared at the crow and waited. Waited for the change. Waited. Waited. Nothing happened. Chapter 13, next time, peeps. Be safe and happy Monday. Or, rather, Tuesday. Sorry.